Good morning, my name is Felicity Herring. The first lecturing cruise I did was in 2005, the 200th anniversary of the Battle of Trafalgar, and I continue to give talks about Admiral Nelson. I always start with the title of the talk, because a few years ago I was giving a talk locally, and as I was setting up, a woman came up to me and said, "Did you ever meet him?" I was a bit puzzled, and then I realized she thought I was going to talk about Nelson Mandela, when of course I want to talk about Nelson. Well, many of you think you know all about Nelson. You know he was a great hero. He lost an eye, he lost an arm. He held his telescope up to his blind eye and said, "I see no ships." And he had an affair with Emma Hamilton. What was the attraction? And he asked Hardy to kiss him. Well, I'm going to expand on these three facts, shall we say, and talk about his three major battles: the Battle of the Nile, the Battle of Copenhagen, and the Battle of Trafalgar, his last battle, of course. All the time, all the way through my talk, there will be illustrations from major paintings of the time, such as this one here. So this is my talk about Admiral Lord Nelson. I have another talk about a lady artist who was born in 1846. Elizabeth Butler was unusual for a woman of the time, in fact, by the fact that she chose to paint battle scenes, such as this one. Here we've got the Battle of Waterloo with the charge of the Scots Greys charging towards us. She also painted the Crimean War of 1853. Now, this picture was acquired by Queen Victoria and it remains in the Royal Collection. And finally, she painted this immensely sad picture of Afghanistan. On a completely different subject, I have another talk about Dr. James Barry. James Barry was the niece of James Barry, the artist, the Royal Academician. She went to Edinburgh University and qualified as a doctor in 1813, very early, after which she left her floaty dresses in her trunk and joined the army. She served in South Africa for 12 years, and there she carried out the first successful cesarean, after which both mother and baby survived. She was posted on to the West Indies, to Malta, Corfu, and Canada, all along maintaining her male disguise. Her true identity was not revealed until her body was prepared for burial. Other talks I have, I've got one on marine painting. I have one on the Victorians in their leisure time. What did they do when they weren't working? Fun and games in the Victorian era. And another one is a journey to Egypt and the Holy Land with David Roberts. He traveled there in 1838, recording the sights and scenes along his journey along the Nile. And finally, 19th century rural Britain. How did artists depict the rural Britain? Did they see it as a rural idyll, or did they see the reality of working life for the rural poor? So just four of my talks. I do have others that may be of interest to your passengers. Thank you very much.